Hi, everyone. I'm Kim, also known as the Shield Maiden. Welcome to all of my fellow Shield Maidens and modern day warriors who are out there battling for your dreams. Today, I want to talk about how sometimes our prayers are answered not exactly as we think they should be. I believe that whoever you pray to, whether that's God, Allah, Buddha, the universe, whatever you call that higher power, answers back one of three ways. Of course, yes, we all love that answer, right? When our prayer is answered. The other answer is no. Sometimes you think you really want something, and then you find out later on you kind of dodged a bullet when you didn't get it, right? And the third answer that's sometimes hard to accept is yes, but not yet, right? And that's what really tests our patience. And it also, I believe, tells the universe what's really important to you. If it's still important to you a year from now, 10 years from now, that really is your dream. If you were easily able to give up on it, probably really wasn't your dream. It was just an idea you had. And there's a big difference. When I was young, I believed with all my heart I would eventually move to Los Angeles. I would work in the film industry in some way. I was sure I was going to do it. I graduated high school and I wanted to come to LA right then and there, but my parents said, no, put the brakes on that. I was only 17 when I graduated high school, so they still had some say so. So we compromised, even though I had college scholarships available, they weren't doing things I wanted to do. So I went to a 1 year college program, 12-month program first. I had planned as soon as I graduated from there, I would be heading to Los Angeles. So shortly before I was to graduate, I sold my car and bought a plane ticket, was ready to graduate and head to Los Angeles. I had job interviews lined up. I had a friend's brother say, yeah, you can stay with me while you look for a place to live and get a job. I was all set, right? And lo and behold, the week that I graduated was the week that the air traffic controllers went on strike. And there were no flights. My plane ticket was essentially worthless. No car, no transportation, no money left. So I sat and waited it out. And after about a month of waiting, my parents said, you're a grown up. You can't stay here and just wait indefinitely. You have to do something. So I passed on that dream temporarily, moved to St. Louis with the thought that I'd be there for a year, maybe two. Then I would go to LA. Well, life happened. You do the things that you do when you're young. I fell in love. I had a kid, got divorced though, was hoping to move to LA, but I couldn't because I had a child and I was a single mom. I couldn't take her out of state. So there I sat waiting for her to grow up, right? Fast forward, I'm dumb enough to do it a second time, right? So I get married again, have another child, and again end up divorced and again cannot leave the state, even though I have no other family there. Now, St. Louis is a fine place, don't get me wrong. It just was never my home. So I was anxious to go to LA. When my second child, my son, was young, I was offered a full-time job in Los Angeles working for a film company. It was a dream job, making triple the money I was making at the time in St. Louis. But I wasn't able to go because I couldn't leave the state with my child. And I wasn't about to leave without him. Although it truly hurt me. I was so saddened that I couldn't take this job opportunity. It really hurt. But a friend of mine reminded me maybe this was God just planting a seed and showing you what your real value is and what could happen when you wait it out. So I did. And it was yet another 10 years later before I made that move. However, looking back now, I'm glad I didn't move to LA when I was straight out of high school. I'm glad I didn't move to LA straight out of college. I'm glad I didn't move to LA when my daughter was young or when my son was young. Yeah, there were job opportunities I missed out on, but I would have missed out on other things. So I'm glad it happened the way it did. I think often God treats us like any loving parent would treat their child, right? When you have a 7-year-old, you don't let them get in a car and drive the car. They're not ready yet. When you have a 10-year-old, You may not let them go out and dye their hair crazy colors or something, or get piercings or tattoos because they're not ready yet, right? Sometimes we're just not ready yet. We don't know it. We're like that child begging for something that we aren't prepared for. But a loving father knows you're not. So he's helping to prepare you during that time. And I think that's what really happened. All my time in St. Louis that I spent there, I learned so much that prepared me for that move to Los Angeles and actually put me in a position to work when some of my peers aren't working, because I had a more versatile background working in a smaller market. So it really set me up for success more than I could have ever imagined at the time. So go live your dream. Don't give up on it if it's truly your dream. Just know sometimes the answer is not yet, but that's not no. Take care. I will see you all next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.